Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and we are here live on Facebook this morning because YouTube is having some, I don't know, a little bit of a hissy fit this morning. So here we are on Facebook. So I just want to make sure that we can get everyone over to Facebook. Life is crazy sometimes. Let me see. So we are on Facebook today. Let me see if I can get anyone to go over there. I don't know if we can get the link. All right, so let's see who's here. Let's do a sound check. Sound check. Can anyone hear me? Am I here by myself? It looks like there's 4 people watching this morning, but I don't know who could possibly be watching. Oh, Pat Christie's here because Pat's on top of things. Pat's in the know. Jason's here. Hey, Jason, I haven't seen you in a long time. So we're here on Facebook this morning because YouTube is having some problems worldwide today, as is Google. And I was able to connect, and Sharon is trying to, I was trying to connect to YouTube earlier, and I was able to do it. However, I was watching another YouTuber who was giving away a couple of my books this morning, actually, and was having some issues. All right, so I just want to make sure that people that are over on YouTube are going to get over to Facebook. I guess what I will say, good morning, Mamie. I guess what I will say is that, oh, good, my sound is good. I guess what I will say is if I ever cannot connect on YouTube, then I'll flip back over to Facebook. It's a project, let me tell you. It is a project. So my neighbors are outside because we're expecting snow in this area in the next couple of days. So everyone thinks that they have to figure out how to get, I don't know what they have to figure out. Scott, we don't need to watch him because he's boring. All right, so I had issues with YouTube this morning. YouTube is having a problem worldwide. Hey, Sharon. Sorry about that. Hey, Alexandria. So, you know, it looked like it was going to be okay, but then I was watching another YouTuber that was actually Dee Dee Willingham, who's giving away 2 of my coloring books today, and she had to stop in the middle of it, and then she had to stop again, and finally I just said, I can't do that. That's too stressful. I'm already sweating. It's too stressful. I don't want to add any more stress to my life. How about you? Who feels like having to have it stop and then go away? And today's color along, I was already a little nervous about because today we are coloring this page from Color Along. I have juice with me this morning, and I'm not good with coloring with a beverage because I'm afraid I'm going to spill it. So let me make sure I'm all settled here. Hold on one second. Get me all plugged in. All right. Can't do 2 things at once anymore, you know? Since we talked, my YouTube came back on and has been on ever since, Pat is saying. Mine did too. I talked to Pat about this morning, and mine did also. But then when you're streaming on the streamer's end, it can be a little too stressful. So it's easy enough to be able to watch YouTube, and then it stops, and then it comes back. But when you're the person at my end streaming it, it's not as easy. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes here. There's a lot of I don't know, there's a lot. You guys have seen, I've done pictures of the behind the scenes that are Color Along. A lot of technology happening. There's microphones, there's crazy setup, there's, I don't know, monkeys hanging from the ceiling, it seems anyway. Hey, good morning, Sarah. So this morning we are coloring this page from Color Along Volume 15. This is today's technique, and today's topic is called Sepia. Sepia is all about browns, shades of browns or reddish browns. It's all about making it, it's kind of monochromatic, But you've seen photographs, I'm sure, from from back in the day, in the 1800s when you sat for your photograph being taken, and it was a sepia photograph. It was brown rather than a black and white photo. It could be considered a brown and white photo. That's a sepia photo. My YouTube is up, but when I clicked on your color law, nothing happened. That only happened, Sharon, because I was not live on YouTube. So the way it works, a couple of people have asked me this, and I'll give you the details. I set up the live streams like 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you click on upcoming live streams, you'll see all the color alongs set up all the way until the end of January right now. And then, which is kind of like a planning thing, but to me, planning is overrated because then things like this happen. So let me go get Scarlett something because I don't know what she's barking at, and then we'll get started. So I'm using browns. I have these people crayons from Lakeshore, and there's all different color browns. I'm using my skin tone colored pencils, the dark tones from Black Widow, browns, and I have a few brush markers that are browns. Hey, Lynn. So let me get my dog settled, go find something brown, and we'll get started. Oh, Scarlett. Come on. All right. We have all our stuff, right? Come on. Get our biscuits in order. Right, Scarlett? We need to start making biscuits in the shape of a crayon, don't we? All right, so the first thing I think of when I'm thinking of coloring this page is, holy moly, look at all the spaces, right? So let's approach this from a different perspective here, or a different technique. I'm going to use this brown. This is from New Tech. It's a real brush pen. I feel like I'm missing something right now. What am I missing? Hang on one second. Hang on, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. See, I'm so out of whack today. Hey, Dawn. So crazy. I don't know what the heck is going on. Bonnie. Hello, Bonnie. Scarlett came up and got her own biscuit off my desk. I don't know if you saw her nose or not. All right, so I've got this brown brush pen. And see what happens when it's not the same, and your life has a blip? Doesn't it make you crazy when that happens? All right, so I've got this brown brush pen, and I'm going to actually start out with a few spots in this section here. So we're not gonna go crazy with every single area, and I'll show you why. I'm gonna do this one first, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do for the rest of them. So here's my little bit of brown. The people crayons, to me, are probably the best representation of sepia. These are really nice. I think Crayola makes these also. Paisley, I just dropped a crayon. Where did it go? Drop a brown crayon on a brown floor, and you can't really see it. Pat says Marshmallow does the same thing. I get my coffee, sit at the computer, and he needs to eat every morning. It's our own fault, though, don't you think? Google crashed this morning, I guess. It affected Gmail and YouTube. Oh. Google crashed. There's other news. I'm not going to talk about it, though, because I don't want to even acknowledge it. Yeah, as soon as you sit down, they always want something, right? So now I'm going to just kind of color this area here. So here's one technique. Just kind of color it all in just a couple of colors to give it that brown look. Now, this is a lot of pieces to color, right? So what I am going to do for the next one is something a little bit different. So let's move on to this one, which is called Mahogany. Again, all browns. I actually like these the best. Maybe I'll use these, all of these instead. Here's a little bit of mahogany here. A little bit of coffee in the cup. This is called Wheat, right over this. And the reason why I chose this also as my sepia technique for this particular page is because this kind of looks like a film strip. And I think that this is the style of Patchwork Frenzy page. And I think you could easily cut these out and turn them into magnets, or even cut out the strip and it could be a bookmark. I don't even get to make coffee before feeding the dogs. Me either, Dawn. It's the first thing I have to do. It's like happening all at once. One morning, one morning I set up the camera. You should do, actually, I did this and I laughed. See, we have another biscuit here we have to break in half. This is going to be the last one. Sharon's probably laughing. It really is the last one. Okay. One morning I set up the camera in my kitchen and I filmed myself about what I was doing all morning. And I'm going to tell you something. I was walking around a lot because I was getting the dog food. I was trying to make coffee. I was letting the dogs out, letting them back in, getting them a biscuit, stirring their food, getting the milk, putting stuff back. It was just like, I think if I should have counted my steps. It was funny. All right, so look, I colored this whole thing with wheat on this one. So the whole background got colored with wheat. Now I'm going to take this chestnut color and I'm going to go right over. So here's like the trick, you know. You look at something like this and you think, holy moly, I can't believe I have to color this whole thing. Look at all these spaces, but look at the difference just with these two colors on here. Just wheat and chestnut. These crayons are nice, but they're not very, they're nothing like a Crayola, I gotta say. Because Crayola is much more, these are very waxy. I think that's the word. Nothing like a Crayola pencil. See, people are already messaging me because they're trying to find me. All right, let's see. Last one, right, Sharon? Don't you say that? I say that when I'm eating something. I say that. I say that when I'm eating. That was my phone ringing, and I have a new phone now, and my other phone is now going to ring. So talk about technology, right? It was funny, Dawn. Honestly, it was funny because I was like, first of all, I was half asleep, right? So that was the other part that was bad. This is called Seashell. Again, another brown tone. I was half asleep, so that was one of the problems, right? And then that was an issue. So I was like hobbling on top of it all. And Paisley does this thing where she just like keeps walking around the table in the kitchen. She just keeps walking around the kitchen table, around and around. So I I always comment to myself that, or I always make a comment that, wow, she's walking around this table so much. And then I realized that I was walking around the table too much too. Scarlett, no, honey. This is my orange juice. You cannot drink that. Leave that alone. It's going to spill. My goodness. Why don't you go lay down? Lay down. You've had enough. Remember the last one? I say that when I'm going to eat, when I'm eating whipped cream, I do that. This is the last scoop, the last one. Hey Dee, hey Tammy. So this one is spice, but it's kind of a reddish brown. And again, that's kind of the whole point here, right? Reddish brown. So I think I like this technique of coloring the whole back first. And then going back in with other colors on top of it. And I can do the same thing with another one of these with a colored pencil too. This one is called Ebony. I think it's a little bit too dark. Yeah, Scarlett needs some vitamin C. She loves orange juice, Joy. Loves it. She loves all types of fruit. All right. Let's take this one, which is a cool color. This is called Auburn. And I'll color the background of this one with Auburn and then go back over it with a darker color here. Scarlett, what's wrong now? You're making a fool out of yourself, my friend. You're just kind of like jib-jabbing away today. Really? All right, let me go see what she needs. We don't want to make the dog cry. Well, everyone is saying hello. Hang on a second. Come on, you guys. You ready to go outside? All right, all dogs can go lay down now. Is anyone finished Christmas shopping? Oh, I finished Christmas shopping long ago. Everything was done online. Every time I pop popcorn in the microwave, the dogs sit in front of it waiting for it. Oh, yeah, me too. They know what it is, and I share it with them. I do too, but I have to like stop myself eating popcorn because it's another one of those things where I say, last one, right? Hey, good morning, Bob folk. Bob says, good morning, Ann. How are you? I live in a long-term care. We are now in outbreak of COVID virus. Please be safe. Yes, please be safe, Barb. Nothing's wrong with her, Dee. She just wanted to, I don't know, make a stink, right? She just wanted to make a little bit of a stink and go outside. It's really kind of like rainy outside, too, so I didn't want to leave her out there. All right, speaking of dogs, this color is called Bark. I'm going to color this section with this Bark color on top of the Auburn. See, she's settled down now. She just needed to do, you know, the usual, right? You sit down, you get all comfortable, and poof, a dog needs something. Okay. Hey, Colleen Boyle. Well, I'm glad to see that so many people have found this live video today because, you know, I was going to try to go live on YouTube and kind of like see what I could do about it and like just kind of like try to make it work. But when I was watching a couple of other YouTubers this morning, I said, not so much. Don't think that that is a very, very good idea. Because it just kept stopping. And it's not bad when you're stopping, when the YouTube channel or the YouTube video you're watching is stopping as the viewer, but when you're the person doing the stream, it's very, very annoying. So I decided to bite the bullet here and just go live on YouTube. All right, so now I've got this cinnamon color. This is a great set of pencils for Sepia. Excellent. Even this color, this is called Olive Brown. Even this color on top of this color here, look how nice it's blending with that first color I put. Which, if I can remember the first color, it would be, oh, Negra. I think that's what it's called. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Okay, and then I'll put some right here. So that's all I'm going to do to that one. All right, let's see cinnamon in the background of this next one right here. Let me check over on YouTube to make sure that anybody is, to see if anybody is lurking or trying to find us. I don't think so. So I'm going to turn this off on YouTube here and not bother with that group. Did you finish all your Christmas shopping, Sarah? Christmas is not really like it usually is for me this year because there's too many people that are sick right now in this area. So Christmas is going to be, we're having a virtual Christmas. We're getting gifts to one another. Either we're shipping them or we're doing like a pickup day. I'm not sure what we're going to do. And then we are meeting online. Hello, Shell. So if you're here for the first time for this live color along, there's a lot of people watching today too. It makes me wonder if we should stay on Facebook for color alongs. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to play it by ear. The picture's not bad today. The connection's not bad, but hey, you never know what's gonna happen. You plan ahead for things, and then you always gotta plan for something else to happen, don't you? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with all my shopping. I need to wrap. Oh my goodness, I need to wrap. That's the worst part. And every year I run out of tape. Does anybody else have this problem? I bought Scotch tape yesterday. I ordered it. I can't put it. It was $5 a roll. Like, what the heck is this? Bev Larson says, I slept in. The message about this came up on my phone, but do you think I could find this? Thank you for sending me the link. Couldn't find anything except older stuff on YouTube. And Bev's keyboard is fixed. Is your keyboard fixed, Bev? Oh, we don't have snow here, Barb. We have snow on the way. I know that Sharon wants to, is blocking her ears right now, but I don't think it's going to really happen. How about that? That's my prediction. All right, so this one is cinnamon. So what do you think about these browns? I mean, it's kind of like a monochromatic style, right? But it's really, I mean, I guess you could do blue monochromatic, but I mean, this has a name, Sepia. Kind of a sepia photo. I bet you have this filter on your camera, on your iPhone, that you can take any photo and you can turn it into a sepia photo. Sometimes I do that with the dogs. I'll take a photo of them and then I will alter the color. I'll either leave it as a black and white to see how they look in black and white, or I'll do a sepia one just to kind of play around with it. They get their pictures taken a lot. You just can't get into the Jolly Jolly Christmas theme yet, Shelley? Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know if I should stay on. Well, Sharon's not acknowledging the S word, but Sharon, I'm telling you, if it happens, I'll meet you to build a snowman. Wouldn't that be funny? But I know that Sharon she'll probably stand me up for our snowman building appointment. It's okay. Or we're gonna walk a mandala. I know a perfect field to walk a mandala. I've always wanted to do that. Where you walk in the snow to create a mandala. A lot of walking, I gotta say. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. All right, let's see. This color here, it's called leather. or as they say here, leather. Oh, hey, Lynn. I didn't know if you were able to find us or not. I was going to give you the link, but I feel like I'm always bothering Lynn. All right, so this is leather. 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 You know? Leather. Just the background of this. Yeah, where do you live, Tammy? You want me to go first for the snowman? Okay. We could do a virtual snowman. And I'm not talking pictures. I'll build a snowman at my house. You build a snowman at your house. You can do it on your kitchen table if you want. You can go outside and you can go get a bowl. Wouldn't that be a cool thing to do, actually? Everybody could go outside and get a bowl full of snow. I've done this before when my niece was a little kid, actually. We brought snow inside. And then it was so funny because the first year it snowed, that her dog was like the first time he saw snow. She wanted him to go play in the snow so bad, and she said, but it's so cold outside. So she went outside and she brought snow into the house and she put it on like a plastic tablecloth on the floor. I said, you've been hanging around me too much, because I would have done the same exact thing. So it was kind of funny. And she let him play with snow in the living room. So we could get snow in a bowl and build mini snowmen. And then we could share photos of our mini snowmen. We could have like a little family. Wouldn't that be fun? Is it? Oh, you're in Pennsylvania? And it's already snowing there? Wow. Are you getting a lot of snow, Tammy? Sharon's probably what? Sharon, I'm not doing it to bother you, but I just want to know if she's getting a lot of snow. This one is called Light Mocha. And if I put it on top of that leather color, it kind of gives me a totally other look. So I'm going to call that one finished. But I do want to, let's move on with the background of Light Mocha for this one. You're not in the Christmas spirit mood either, Barb? Well, you know, things will get better. You have to have faith. All right, so, and look at the picture I'm coloring. Look at the illustration I'm coloring right now. Pennsylvania snow is headed for New Jersey on Wednesday. Ha! Sharon's shutting the audio off. All right, we'll talk about something else. So are you planting any flowers this spring? Anyone planning a garden for the spring? Is it too early to think about that? I always think about a garden, and then I always think that there's going to be, I don't know, crazy animals running through or eating my vegetables. Speaking of which, crazy animals, remember during the holiday gathering I was talking to you about the stray cat with her 3 little kittens that were stuck under my deck. Well, I have an update on the stray cat and the 3 little babies. The 3 little babies have been rescued, and they all have a home. Someone took them, got them out, brought them to the vet, had them treated at the vet with whatever they needed, and they all have a home. And the stray cat, the mother, who I call Claire Cat, is still around, and she does not have a home. She's mean, though. She's been hissing at everybody, but she does have shelter, and she is being fed. So that's the update on the cats. I like spring, too. I don't really like summer. Dawn says, right now we are supposed to get 1 to 3 inches, and further south is supposed to get more. Yeah, I heard everything from 1 to 3 to 2 feet. So I don't know. Scarlett and Paisley will be happy, that's for sure. Although maybe not this year, because Scarlett is limping a little bit. So I don't know if she's going to be up to it. Okay. I bought 2 containers of with bulbs that are supposed to bloom in the spring. Oh, how exciting. Ooh, a fairy garden. You think I should make a snow angel, Barb? I don't know if I could do it. I might not be able to get up. Dawn says, I plan on hiring a landscaper this spring to do some work. I want to do a fairy garden also. I want to do the back of my yard. I have these 2 raised beds, and I want to do something with that in the spring. I've actually been meaning to do something like that in the spring. But every year it gets kind of put off. But this is called olive gold. But next year I have to, because I have some landscape timbers and a little bit of a fence that just keeps falling every time there's a crazy windstorm. I don't know what is happening. I don't think it'll let you send a picture in the live chat, Colleen. All right, now I know this is just kind of like not really a brown tone, but if I put, so let's see what happens when I put brown on top of it. Like, for instance, this one. I may have to sharpen these pencils right on top. See, isn't it changing a little bit, right? There we go. I do need to sharpen this, actually. I'm gonna get my brand new Bossich. Hey, Joy Roberts, if you have raised beds, use them. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use them. It's just that everything just kind of needs to be like revamped a little bit, because this little fence that's blocking it has just like really come down, or that's around it, and it's pulled up the landscape timbers. So it's a project. I need to hire somebody to do it. I'm not doing it myself. It's a little like out of the scope. In my head I could do it, but I don't know, real life. We'll see how it goes. In my head, I could build a house. How about you? If only, you know, in your head you can do anything, right? John's saying, I have a big tractor tire that I used to plant flowers in, but I may use that for my fairy garden. I need to keep the cats out of it, though. Oh, that's a good idea. You should buy that little... it's like a little fence I've seen in it, like Home Depot or something. And look, I'm going dark with olive brown now, even though I did that in the background. I'm using it for this pinwheel thing. Have you ever seen that little fence they have? I think they have it like at Home Depot or something. It's like 15-inch. It's on a roll. I've thought about putting that around my garden bed, but I think it's too short, and I think the dogs may jump over it. And it has little points, and that would not be good. Scarlett is just way too curious about life. I don't know if Paisley would be able to clear it. I think the problem is that I have taught Scarlett how to jump over things. She used to do like she used to have a little agility thing when she was a puppy, when she was younger. And we used to jump over sticks, and I guess it's my own fault for teaching her that, right? This one is called Chalk Tone. Interesting name, right? But hey, Albert Jones never disappoints when it comes to naming his pencils. You gotta say. All right, I think I'll go with this, here it is, this cinnamon color, Barb's favorite. I paid someone to clean up my front yard a few months ago, Lynn, saying it was worth every penny. I paid someone to clean up my entire yard. I tried hiring someone in March, and you need to refresh, Rosie. I tried hiring someone in March, and it took me all the way till August to find somebody. First year we had a vegetable garden, Sarah's saying, but the neighbors had goats and they ate stuff. Then my husband never wanted to do it again. Yeah, that's what happens, right? Yeah, you need to, if you're having trouble with the sound, you just need to refresh. All right, this one is the cinnamon color, Barb's favorite. I'll put a little bit inside here. So, winter coloring camp has already been scheduled. I don't know if anyone has already has seen that, but well, several people have already signed up for it. But winter coloring camp is scheduled for February 7 to 13. So I wanted to make sure I talked about that today, and because when you're kind of looking forward to a new year, which is really only in a couple of weeks, right? you want to kind of say, okay, well, what the heck am I going to do with myself? So camp is happening February 7th to 13th. The new Draw Along session, Draw Along Volume 4, will begin on January 27th. What am I missing? Am I missing anything? These color alongs will continue with this volume until March 13th, I think. Is that where we're at? What did it say on the schedule here? March 1st. We'll continue till March 1st for this one. Am I missing anything, you guys, about what's happening? I am in the planning stages of another gathering, coloring gathering, that we had back in November. We had a coloring gathering that was a holiday coloring gathering, but I'm going to do one for January, and I'm not sure what I'll call it yet, but it's basically going to have some different techniques. Thinking of starting more like of an artist series where we learn about different artists as we're coloring, and maybe color something in the maybe impressionist style, or we've done pop art, different types of things like that. So I have to figure out what we're going to do after in the process of planning that. Dawn says, we've tried numerous gardens over the years, fenced them in and everything, could not keep the wildlife out of it, and they always like a lot of stuff. Yeah, same with me. I've had the same problems. And I'm not living like in the country. So you still have crazy things be bopping around. I mean, just last month there was a raccoon sleeping in a tree in my backyard for like the entire day. There's always a hawk in a tree in my yard watching me. So you don't know what's going to happen. Plus, I don't know. I mean, I know you can't, of course, like at least you know what you've got. I've thought about having a greenhouse. Does anyone have a greenhouse? I've thought about doing that. But I don't know if I'd be able, I don't know. I think I thought about it too late last year. Maybe I need to start the planning of a greenhouse now. The gathering sounds like fun, doesn't it, Lynn? I agree with you. So I'm in the process of planning it. I'm looking at January 9th and 10th, I believe, are the dates. I don't have a January calendar in front of me. But those are the dates that I was looking at. All right, let's move on to our crayons again, because I'm getting kind of bored with those pencils. And here is one called Toast. You know, the whole thing is just toast, as they say. Color in the whole background with this toast color. Now, I don't know how the colored pencils would work on top of these crayons, but we could always give them a whirl. Let's see what will happen here. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Matter of fact, my gnomes book was delivered yesterday. I'm so excited about it. Isn't it adorable? Look how cute it is. They look like hippies to me. That was what I was shooting for. They look like a couple of little hippies. This is the gnomes coloring book. This gnomes book is on Amazon, and the PDF is available on my website. And it's really I mean, it's Valentine's-ish, or Valentine's-y, I guess. But it's really just about love and hearts. And so you could color this in any time. It doesn't have to be about Valentine's Day. But I think it's adorable. They came out adorable. I looked through them. I mean, of course, I'm always my worst critic with anything that I draw. But at least it's fun to draw. The cover cracks me up. These two look like a sweet little couple. They look like their mom and pa kettle. And it just has these 24 pages to color. Some of them are a little simpler than others, but I like to do that because I love to see what everyone is going to add to it. You know, because everyone always adds some interesting things to it. Is your gnome book coming today? Cool. What kind of greenhouse does she have, Sarah? What volume are you in color alongs? Colleen is asking. I would also like to join the coloring gathering if possible. This book we're working on today is volume 15. Volume 16 will start in April, I believe. I have it written down somewhere. I think April, I'm not sure what the date is. April something. Looks like it's been erased on my dry erase board. But it will start in April. And then the gathering will be January 9th and 10th. And I'll do it like I did the holiday gathering, where there'll be a PDF that you can purchase to be part of it. And the PDF will have way more pages than we'll be using during the live videos. And I'm not sure if we'll do like an all-day thing last time, so we'll see how it goes. But there was a lot of people that were part of that of that gathering. The other thing is that I have a new Grayscale Gnomes book out. Did anyone see that? It's on my website. It's just a PDF. It's only 12 pages of a PDF. Pat got it yesterday. It's only 12 pages, and it's just in the PDF version. It will not be on Amazon. 12 PDF pages of Grayscale Gnomes. It's only $5 on my website. I don't know if you've caught that. I sent it out in an email yesterday to advertise it, and I did post it on a couple of groups, but that was about it. I didn't make really that big of a deal about it. I don't want to bombard people with books, you know. I just keep drawing, so, you know, it's the greatest distraction. Okay, now let's use this color, which I don't think I've used yet. It's called Sable. I'll put it on in this area. Oh, I like this one. I think this is probably my favorite one. And that's on top of that toast color. I wonder what it's going to look like when it's by itself. I need to keep this one aside. All right, this one is called Cinnamon again. I'm always going towards the cinnamon, but that's okay because it's a kind of a reddish brown. So a nice contrast here with the rest. But again, they're not very waxy. Is that the term that I should be using? You know how a Crayola crayon is not really like, I don't know. Sarah is saying, so you will have a few weeks off. Is that a comment about, are you saying that to me? This one is spice. I'm going to add some spice to these I was going to call them berries, but they're grapes. And then I'll do spice to the background of this. Thank you, Pat. You should check out that book, Sarah. I think you'll like it. All right, let me see. This one right here is called Seashell. Interesting name for this particular crayon. Look at that. I don't really think that is a seashell color, do you? Not at all. I mean, seashells I see don't look like that. It always interests me, the names of the colors. This one's called Copper. Don't really think this looks like copper. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not really. Suddenly my dogs are so quiet. They're just like, I think they're sleeping. This one's redwood, not redwood. Stayed up half the night coloring it. Oh my goodness, did you really? I just finished the school Anne, so she is responding. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, to Colleen. So the other thing that's been happening is that there's been some challenges happening on the Just Color coloring group that I've been running. Carol Blaze usually runs the coloring challenge, but she was having some things happening in her life, so she she's taken a little bit of a break from setting up the challenges. So I've been setting up different challenges. We had a complimentary colors challenge last week for a few days. I haven't been letting them run too long because then I'll forget about it. So you know, you got to kind of keep everyone on their toes. But a lot of people have been entering them, so I'm really happy about that. And Martha Carter is the one who won the complimentary colors challenge, and it was just a random pick, so it's not anything based on like skill level or what it looks like or anything like that. It's just a random pick. The next coloring challenge that's happening right now is called, close your ears, Sharon, Let It Snow. And it's to color a page and with any page of mine that I have from any of my books that has snow in it, or to add the snow to the coloring page. So that's the challenge that's happening right now. And then when you're done, a random winner will be picked to receive a free PDF, a free page from my book called Winter Beauty Grayscale Photo Coloring Book. So that's what's happening with the coloring challenges. If you have an idea for a coloring challenge, please feel free to let me know. But I'm going to keep running them. I did it Wednesday to Sunday last week, and then I set it up yesterday, so it's running, I think it started yesterday or today until Saturday. It runs till Saturday, and I'll just keep different challenges happening. So so that's what's happening with challenges. Bev is asking, Anne, is this a special box of just these colors? Yes, it is. This box of crayons, Bev, I think maybe you missed it. These are called people colors. I think the Crayola makes a box of crayons like this too, that are people colors. And they're all different colors of what people's skin would be, because not everyone's skin is peach like we think. And it's 24 pieces. It's by Lakeshore, which is a like an educational store, I think, right? Pat is, how many pictures? 4 behind me, Pat? Wait, are we having a race? I hung a bunch of paintings in my studio, actually, on a wall. I don't know if did anyone see the picture I posted with all my paintings hanging on a wall? I don't know what was happening to me the other day. I guess I was starting to be like, COVID cooped up or something. This one's coral, but it looks good on top of that other color that's behind. That's on the behind, right? A little bit right there, right here, right here. All right, should we use this coral color for this one? I guess we could for the background. Yeah, they're really nice. I've had them for a while. Most stores are closed. I don't shop online, finding it quite a pain, me being a shopper. Thank you, Lynn Fasella. Lynn's talking about the paintings. I don't know how I color so fast either, Pat. I write really fast, too. I don't know why. I sign my name fast. I don't know. I used to have to sign my name a lot. Maybe that's why I do that. I don't know what it is. It's an eye-hand coordination thing, I think. All right, what other color should we add here? This one is called, oh, there's that sable color again. I'll put a sable tree and right here. I think what I'll do today too is, while we're still together, is I have some pages from a couple of different books that I'm working on. One of them is similar to this, but it's a simplified version of it. I call it Patched, but I'm not really sure. Somebody gave me an idea for a name of it, but I'm not sure what it was anymore. It was a better name than Patched. I think it might have, was it Bev that gave me the name, gave me the idea? I only shop online too. I mean, I do shop a little bit in stores, only for a couple of things, but majority is shopping online. As a matter of fact, apparently I shop so much on Amazon that they have invited me to be part of a shopper panel, and I downloaded an app onto my phone, and I have to submit receipts from other places to, it was an invite only. I have to submit receipts from other places, and I can earn discounts. Now, I have no problem doing that, and I did sign up for it, but my first thought was, where am I going? What am I buying? I don't know. This one is this Sakura brush pen. It's in Japanese, so I don't know what it says. But I'm going to color this part right here with this brush pen. This is a real brush pen, meaning that the brush tip is like a paintbrush. It has bristles as opposed to some brush pens are just like a felt tip. So it's all stuck together. And you can actually kind of get a little bit of texture with this and use it similar to a paintbrush. I've never actually painted with these brushes. So I just feel like I can't control the flow of the ink and the color coming out of it because I can't dip it like a paintbrush. But I would be interested to see people that have used these as a paintbrush. Is anyone entering the Dick Blick 8 days of giveaways? I think it's 8. Is it 8 days or 12 days? I want to say it's 8. Every day on their website you can enter for a giveaway. I was going to enter, and then every time I went to fill out the form, it wasn't coming up, and I was getting very frustrated with it. You can do it online, Bev. And then they ship it to you. I think it's worldwide. I think you can enter if you're in Canada. I'm pretty sure. They always have good deals. But I don't like the shipping. You know? Because I'm spoiled by Amazon doing my 2-day shipping. Okay, now into this one right here. I don't know what color I'm going to do the horizontals. These lines going across. Maybe I'll do it with, oh, well, maybe I should just break out my Crayola brown crayon. I think I will. I'll have to get up. Okay. So let's get the brown crayon. I don't know. They might ship to Canada, Bev. You should look. Maybe they will. Okay, let's see. We'll use this brown crayon. In this adorable little tin. Isn't it adorable? Okay. I think I might have to pivot just a bit. Yeah. And do my in-betweens. These are called the in-betweens, or the divider lines. But look how cool that looks already, just with all browns. I kind of like it. I think if you wanted to really kind of put a color that would complement it, where, I mean, complementary colors are usually the opposite, but if you wanted to put, but complementary colors are also something that, excuse me, looks nice with it, then you could actually add maybe light pink or blue, maybe to highlight it. Does anybody watch, is it E.T. Entertainment Tonight? Is that the show? With that guy, his name is Billy Bush. Does anybody watch that show? The film that they have, the video they have on that show on TV, it has it that he's black and what you're watching is black and white. The video is black and white, what you're watching. But he always has like a blue shirt on in the black and white. Does anyone notice that? Thank you, Bev Larson. So this was a little crazy this morning, right? Trying to go from the tube to Facebook. Okay, and there it is. It's complete. Put my little crayon back. Well, maybe this guy needs a little bit of a brown roof. See, they kind of resist one another. Again, the wax, you know? Isn't it adorable? It's an adorable little tin. Very cute. Okay, so this page is complete. Let me make sure I have my people crayons all in order. They have a nice little case. I've had these for a while. I don't really use them very often because I don't like how they're kind of waxy, you know? I like more of something that has more of a pigment type thing. All right, let's see what I have for that other book because I want to see